Hello YouTube, this is Steve and welcome back to Space Engineers. In this episode we're going to start building our base. In the last episode I may have made the comment to the effect of when we leave this ship it's going to disappear because that's one of the settings that we set up. Well, because we don't have another med bay, the ship did not disappear. So that's amazing. I did go ahead and start collecting some iron off camera here. Basically what I did is I just went straight through the uranium that we mined up last time and started mining in here. Just going up and down the walls here, and since I've got the gravity above me that I showed you last time, just the positioning of the ship, it has all collected down here at the bottom. So I just held T here and collected all of the iron and then fly back up out of the hole. And now, because the refinery is so big, it's a 2 by I think it's a 2 by 2 by 4 or 5. It's got ports outside, so we can come in here and we can just toss our iron directly in here. So I came out here and I was looking at this asteroid and I said, you know what, this looks really cool on this axis. So if we come in here and we've got this hallway that looks like it kind of goes all the way around inside the asteroid here. That would be really neat if we could, if we could build our temporary base in here. Now remember, I made the comment that we were going to build a station out in space, and it was really, really cool. Yeah, we don't want stone. Okay, so let me show you something. We don't want stone, that we picked it up. Let me show you how to get rid of it. Basically, just click and drag to there, and it drops it. Since gravity is that direction, it just kind of pulled it off. So. Alright, so let's take a look at what it takes to build a station. We're not going to use any of the parts from here, which is why I started mining iron. We could click on our grinder here, and we could come over here and just start taking the materials. So if you notice, when you're close to a block like this, it's highlighted. I suppose it's not as easy to see. There we go. See, it's highlighted in red there. It shows me what the components are. On the right hand side there, it says it has 25 steel plates, 15 for initially and 10 to finish it off. It's kind of like a sandwich of steel plates. 40 thrusters, 8 large steel tubes, and so on and so forth, and that's for the thruster. So I could come over here and I could say, okay, I could take the steel plates off of the ship, no problem. That wouldn't be very hard. But I don't want to do that. I got the ship for free. And this is survival for me, and so I kind of want to do it with the materials that I collect. I don't want to get anything off of free stuff. I guess the asteroid could be free, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to come in here to the assembler, like we showed you last time. And we are going to click on large blocks, and we can either say, okay, a large block is going to take 55 iron ingots. Now I happen to know that takes, I'm going to say it and then I'm going to be wrong, 25 steel plates. So I could just make 25 steel plates for every block that I want, or I could just left click on it. And the system says, okay, when it's red here, I didn't have the iron in the assembler. So it said, okay, I'm going to check all of the tubes that are connecting all of the adjacent inventories. Right below us we have the refinery with iron in it. So I'm going to pull up more than I need and stick it in the assembler, and I'm going to make you a steel plate. So you can come in here, and this is what I recommend. This is what I do. Let's say that I need to make some Gatling guns. Well, I'll come in here and I'll click as many Gatling guns as I want. Or steel armor plates. I could just click this 10 times or 100 times or whatever, or I can just hold control and that makes 10. So if you hit shift and left click, that makes 100. So it will just pull in whatever it needs, and let's go ahead and make 100. We're probably going to need them eventually. So then there you go. 100 are queued up. 100 blocks worth of light armor are queued up. Now over here it says, in this process I need 5,700 units of iron, and I have 7,200 available. So I have plenty to make 110 whatever it was that I had requested. So that's more than my inventory will hold on my person. So I can hold 4,000 on here, and I have, you know, less than 148 of my tools. So let's go ahead and start. Let's get working. So I'm just going to double click here, and that's going to pull in whatever it has while it continues to work. And we're going to come back outside, and we're going to start work on our station. So let's get the axis that we were looking at before. I think this is it right here. We're going to start first of all in this little pod here. So to make a station, what you do is you hit G, and this brings up all the things that you can make. One of the options over here is if you want to create a new entity, you're going to have to click one of these. You're going to have to create a new ship, you're going to click this. New large ship, you're going to click this. We want a station. So let's click this, and you get this box. Now you can't place this box, you may not even get this box if you don't have the materials. So let's place it right there. Okay, now this block here, if I pull up my welder, number 8 here, it doesn't have anything in it. It's just the frames. But if I hold left click, it welds it. Now remember, when I created this world, I said, well, let's weld 5 times faster, just because I don't want to mess with it, right? So let's go ahead and build a little spot here. Now you'll notice that I can build kind of into the rock, and that's really, really cool. I like that a lot. That way it kind of looks like it's part of I can't build too far down, right? So like I don't know if I could come out here and build one underneath it. I can't even see it. There we go. Nah, it won't let me. So alright, let's build just a few things here. Let's toss it on. We want a place for our ship to kind of be able to, any ships that we build can come in and kind of drop stuff off, land on here, whatever. Okay, so another thing I want to show you about these blocks is you notice when I hover over this, the steel plates in the right hand, the pop-up thing that shows up here are grayed out. That means that this block does not contain the materials needed to be built. So if someone were to come along and they didn't have any steel plates on them, they couldn't weld this together. Now since I have steel blocks on me, or steel plates on me, if I left click on here until those numbers show white, now that block is fully filled with all of the materials. So somebody who doesn't have any materials on them can come behind me and they can weld this block up. So we're going to go through here and we're just going to weld all these up. Now I notice that my energy over there on the bottom left hand corner is getting a little bit low. Once it reaches the 20 mark, it'll tell me that I'm getting low, and I'll go recharge myself. So the goal for this episode, and we may get a little bit farther than this, but what I want to do is I want to get a med bay set up, and that's going to require that we go collect a few more materials. So we may have to move our ship. I want to get a refinery built, and the med bay might be the last thing that we build, so just so that we don't lose our ship, our spawn area. I don't want to build another one. So let's come up here. Can we access the assembler from out here? No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's drop inside and grab our... Oh, is that still over here? Maybe? No, just a conveyor. Okay. Now this thing right here, I'll show you what that does later, but that's basically a hopper. I could just drop stuff in it, either from my person or from a ship, and it will collect it and stick it into the system. So there we go. Now we're maxed out with 4,000. It's all we can carry. Come over here and weld up these last few. But yeah, I want to get basically everything that station is doing right now. Gravity, a power supply, refinery. I want to get all that on this temporary base, and it's gonna feel crowded for a little bit while we have these while we're building these, because this is a huge thing, and we may have to move things manually. We're not gonna have the conveyors all set up right at first, but okay. So we have a lot of of iron here. Now, okay, so let's say that I made too many. Let's go ahead and stop this production. Just right click on it. Okay. I look at my inventory and I've got, you know, I've got all these. I don't need that many, right? So I just come into disassemble, and I can hit disassemble all. Now it's turning it back into iron. So even if you accidentally shift left click and you're making 100 of whatever, you can go in there and you can right click on it and say, hey, stop, and then you can disassemble it if you need to. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. So, all right, let's look at what it's going to take to build. Now, let's see. We are going to need power supply first. So you hit G to bring up your menu, and a small reactor is really all we need. So large ship station here. We need, well, all those things. Doesn't really tell me what we need. So let's come into our production here, and large ship, small reactor. Let's see, there it is. So we're going to need gravel. That comes from stone. We're going to need silver, nickel, cobalt, silicone, and gold. We're going to need a lot of stuff. So let me make a small note here real quick. And I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have what I need. Basically what I did off camera was I took my mining drill here, my handheld drill, and then I went and looked for all the different things that I needed, and I basically needed everything. So magnesium, cobalt, nickel, iron, silver, platinum, all that stuff. I just went from between this asteroid here and I think that asteroid there. I think is where it was. Could be wrong. Anyway, so I put them all in my refinery here, and we are going to put down our very own refinery, our very own assembler, small power, let's see, what is it called? A small reactor, small station reactor. And we're going to do all that, finish up the episode here. So I didn't want you guys, that took me a while doing that, by the way, and I guess I should show you I didn't do it all with the gravity of the ship. So like over here we have this part of the wall is, let me turn on my lights here so you can see, this is cobalt. So what I would do is if I needed cobalt, I would just come in here and then I would just dig straight into the wall, and then I would only lose maybe a couple pieces of it. Once you get inside, so here I guess let me make you an example here, or show you an example. I just push forward, and then I can hold T down just in case any of the rocks get in front of me. And then I just kind of dig a hole straight in. And what this does is, even though I don't have any gravity in here, the rocks really don't fly out. So if I turn around behind me, they're just kind of sitting here. You know, they're not really going anywhere. It's not as nice as having the ship around, but it's not that bad really. So I just did that for all the items that I needed. Came back to the ship, dropped them off, and I'll let you guys know this stuff here. Whoa, this stuff here I think is platinum. It takes hours to refine. Yeah, platinum. You stick it in there, and you know, like stone gets turned to gravel almost instantly. It's really, really fast, whereas platinum takes a really long time. So anyway, and even that, we just got, you know, 1.6 thousand units of cobalt, and that's going to give us, I don't know if it's a 1-for-1 ratio. I know platinum isn't. I had like 3,000 units of unrefined platinum, and it only turned into 42 kilograms, or 2 liters rather, of stuff here. So let me make sure my sound is not crazy. I think that's what it was last time. Okay. Alright, so we're going to come up to the assembler here, and we are going to hit K, go over to production. Now we don't have, and then select our large blocks. These are going to be stations in the large ships, like I said last episode. And we are going to do the small reactor first. So we'll just click on that, and it's going to start making those. Now you notice the plates get made instantly. All of these get made instantly. but the construction components don't. They have a craft time to them. I don't know why. I don't know if all of these are going to have different craft times eventually, or if we're going to have, you know, different if we're gonna have to have different assembly machines to make different things. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if you have to have like a specific assembly for the computer chips, or, you know, specific assembly for that. Might be too cumbersome, but it'd be interesting for sure. So we're not gonna watch this being made. We are gonna queue up a couple other things though while we're here. Let's go ahead and queue up a refinery, an assembler, a med bay, a gravity generator, and a small cargo container. May not have enough resources for all that. We'll see. If we don't, I will go collect more off camera and get that built. Next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to start building a ship. Our very own ship. And I think we're going to start off with a mining ship. Now the mining ship, instead of when we mine, instead of just cutting stuff out and letting it just drop in the ground, mining ship actually just grinds it up and sticks it in its own inventory. And that's really exciting. So, alright, what I may do is I may just go ahead and cut right here and let these things craft, and then I'll be back when they're done and we can put them on our station and we can be good to go. So I will be back when these are done. Alright guys, looking at the assembler here, it is almost done crafting its things. So we wanted to start off with a gravity generator and the small reactor. So if we come in here and we take a look at, this is G, I hit G to come into this. If I hover over the small reactor, we're going to look at the top left. It says large ship and station small reactor. We need 25, make that 65, nope, never mind. 25 computers, 6 motors. So let's grab that. So here we go, 25 computers. So if you want to just click this whole thing, you could just carry all 135 of these. Or if you right click and drag and then let go over here, it brings up a you know, however much you want to add. So now I can specifically say 25 of those, and I think I said 6 of these. So let's go back and double check. Small reactor, there we go. 100 reactor components, 8 large steel tubes. That would be all of these. Where'd they go? There we go. I think I said 8 of these, right? No, not those. These, there we go. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's see. We need 4 metal grids, 40 construction components. Right, so let's just grab all of these. I don't know if I will run out of room, and then just as many of those as we can carry. Okay. Put this on, and then we'll come into our, let's see, I don't think I have any of those. Yeah, I do 4. Small reactor. Let's put the small reactor over here. Now, when you put it down, getting a little bit of lag here, sorry about that. When you put it down, you can rotate it, you can spin it, you can do all kinds of things with it. So the buttons I'm hitting here, insert will rotate it, and if you look at the top right side of the screen, it kind of tells you what the different buttons do. Home will flip it up, end will flip it back, delete and page it down will spin it, and then insert and page up will kind of rotate it. So what we're looking for here is we want the top of it and this side that I'm looking at have access ports. Now, if you're wanting to have like a conveyor system feed this, you're going to want one of the faces to where the conveyors can get to. At the same time, you may want to have access to it yourself. So let's place it down just like this. So what I'm thinking here is I want to have this side that I'm looking at here be the side that connects to like a conveyor system that refills it. Anytime my my refinery refines uranium, it'll automatically dump it in here because I have a conveyor tube connected to it. At the same time, I may want to come in here and say, okay, let me just have direct access to it. So that's a good thing to do there. Next thing we're going to build is a gravity generator. So let's pull up our gravity generator here and we'll stick that on. Do I have one of those on here already? I do not. So we'll stick that on here, number 4. And let's toss our gravity generator. Let's actually make another one of these. And we'll stick our gravity generator right here. So now again, the gravity generator has an access port. So we'll spin it like that. And so we want the digit to be, well, yeah, let's stick it just like that. And then we'll fill that up. So, okay, so now we're short gravity components, large steel tubes, motors, and computers. So let's come in here and grab those. And those should be in here. See, gravity generator components right there, large steel tubes, motors, and I'm trying to think of what else I needed. Oh, these things are huge. Wow. Okay, well, let's go put those in. I thought the reactor components were the biggest ones. They definitely are for the large reactors, man. You need a lot of those. So we'll put these in. We'll go grab the computer. Now I didn't weld it all the way up to the computer, but remember when I said that as soon as the gray words turn white, that means the thing has everything you need in it. So we'll toss these back in here, and we'll get our motors. Let's make sure our assembly machine is done here, and let's have him make a couple more. Oops. Let's have him make a couple more iron steel plates here. So come in here. Let's make 10 more. Okay. All right. Okay. Now once we get this finished. Oh, I grabbed motors instead of computers. My bad. Once we get this finished, then we will turn off. We'll grab some of the. We'll grab some of the uranium from our ship and put it onto our station here. Yeah, and then we can start doing everything here. There's been a lot of debate for this game to try and implement hostile mobs, kind of like Minecraft. I think a lot of people want this to be a space version of Minecraft, and I don't know if the developers do. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. My opinion on the matter is something like an alien to fight off would be cool, but at the same time it would be really annoying. I guess we'll see where they're gonna go with it. And the thing needs 1200. Wow. Seriously? Okay. So we're gonna do the refinery next. These things are huge. All right. So come over here, and hopefully this fits in here. Yeah. Okay. Now let's spin it. Not. Nope. Yeah. Okay. And we want the face. Oh, it's hard to see. Yeah, let me put it in a third-person mode here. Let's flip it over. There we go. And then now let's spin it. We want that door. Well, that could be good too. Let's flip it over and spin it. Let's put it on here like that. Can we not? Why not? Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's put it on here like that. Okay. Put all, oh, 11, yeah, it's 1200 plates. Wow. Okay, construction components, large steel tube, motor, computer. I'm just double clicking on those if you were wondering, to get them in my inventory. And it looks like I didn't build enough stuff, but I thought I clicked on them. To make them. Large steel tube. Did I not grab all of those? Maybe they weren't stacked. Maybe that's a thing. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes when you double click on stuff they auto stack. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on where you're dragging it from. Okay, now we've got our refinery done. Now we are going to connect these with when we build our rail station, we are going to connect the refinery to two things. We are going to connect it here, so this is going to go directly into the assembler right here, and then the assembler is going to feed into the small steel, or the small cargo container. So 3 more things to build, and then we'll call it an episode. But let's see, come in here. We want the assembler next. Find the assembler, there it is. Steel tube, construction components, the usual. So let's grab these. The rest of those. See, these aren't stacked here. Okay, construction components. Nice. Thank you. Did you hear that? She said energy is low, 5%. Like, give me time. I wonder if I can change when that notifies me. It'd be nice if it said it at 20 and displayed it at 20. I just didn't notice it when it hit 20. That would have been awkward. I would have lost all that stuff. I'd had to go make some more. Yeah, when you die, anything that's in your inventory is gone. Like, you can't go pick it up. It's just gone. Alright, so what else do I need here? Can I just carry everything? Nope. Okay. We'll have to come back for these. But we'll be able to build a couple things here. Hopefully. Okay. Let's come in here. We'll take that off. I have my toolbar set up to build a small ship. That'll be handy for the next episode. Okay, now this is only a 1x2. So let's... Oh, is it? Nice. Okay, so we'll just place it down like that. And we'll weld it up. Really? I don't have all the steel plates. That's exciting. While we're here, let's build the small cargo container. It should go right next to this port. Okay. There we go. Put what we have in here. Oh yeah, we can make this whole thing. Sweet. Okay, that was fast. The last thing we need to make is our medical bay. And then we'll use it to repower ourselves up, and we'll take all the uranium. Oops, I'm doing it the wrong way. We'll take all the resources and stuff out of here. What? Those are huge too. Excellent. Okay, we'll do that last then. Okay. We'll weld this up here. This game is pretty cool. I like it a lot. And you can see kind of the different components that are being added in, the little mechanical arms in there. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they've done a really good job with this game. So I think now, is there an outside port here? Yeah. Okay. So what I could do eventually, I suppose, is build, and we will probably do this maybe next episode after next, after we build our ship. But we're gonna have conveyor belts or conveyor tubes come out here so that we can drop stuff off a lot easier. We'll put a connector on it and make it look really fancy. So that way all of this will be automated. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now, one thing that I should tell you. None of these things have power, because you'll see that this is red, this is red. I don't know if these have color coding on them or not. It doesn't look like it. But you'll notice I have no gravity. I think if I click on this, I don't know if I can even put anything in it. Yeah, so, and that's because there's no power. Now how the power works is this: if this is connected to a block, that block then transfers the power to anything that's connecting to it. So since this is connected to a block that's connected to this block, this will provide power. So as long as this is connected to a station, anything else connected to that station will have power. And it works with small ships and large ships as well. As long as there is, as long as they're connected, you'll have power. So let's pull this out of here, some of it, and let's not pull out of it all of it. So let's grab, come on, let's grab 10. 10 is going to be more than we need. We'll take these and we'll stick it in the power generator here, the reactor. Now, like I said, when you have a reactor, man, they're supposed to be bigger than that. There's a lot to them, but technology must be great because it all fits in there. Okay, so now we have gravity, and it's down by default. We could flip it up like we did in the last episode, but now we have a station. So let's start building our medical bay. And we'll put that over here. Maybe. No? Why is it not wanting it to place it down anywhere? Why you no work? Alright, let's build this out a little bit. Okay, we'll weld this up. Okay. I need interior plates. Did I not make one of these? Because I thought I pulled everything out of there. Well, I had to make one. Had to have made one. Missed something somewhere. Yeah, all I have is medical bay components. Okay, well let's make another one, I guess. And we'll just cancel the medical bay components part of it. There we go. We'll start making that. Okay, let's grab these out. These won't take very long at all. Maybe I clicked on something else by accident, but place that down. Put what we have in it. Okay. We'll go grab the medical bay components that we do have, and then we'll start moving all of the items out so that we can convert over. I guess we could do that now while we're waiting. I'm sure this is going to take a couple trips. Those medical bay components are going to take a couple trips by themselves. Alright, let's toss these in here. Now, last time I played this, I tried messing with having an inventory, having a small cargo container for unrefined stuff, one for refined stuff, one for components, and it didn't work out. So we may use multiple cargo containers, we may use just one bigger one. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yeah, let's not do that. Here, we'll let those build, and then we'll finish pulling the rest of the stuff out of there. Oh, I want to put the... Oh, I did. Alright, okay, good. A lot of back and forth, I apologize. That should be the rest of it. Okay. Now that we're down to 55 or 50%, now we can finish it. We can technically use... Now, medical bays are interesting. So let's come in here and let's just tear this one down just a little bit. Grind it a little bit. There we go. That turns it off. Right? That turned it off. No, I don't think it did. Gotta get below there. There we go. Now it turned it off. Okay. Now since this one is the only one in existence now, we can come in here and hit T, refill ourselves up. Apparently I took some health damage at some point. Now, the next time I log in, I should log in here. So, alright guys, that's it for this episode. Like I said, next episode we're gonna build a small ship. Hopefully this will be gone. I'll finish moving the stuff off camera, deconstructing it and that kind of thing. But anyway, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.